All right, guys, you are welcome to Gpad Learn Math. In this live stream, we're going to be talking about angles of elevation and depression. I know you might be wondering, but for how long are we going to be doing this? Don't worry, we're almost done. After this, we would likely go to bearing and distance. So I want you to have a good understanding of angles of elevation and depression. So let me have, if you can hear me, can you type 1 in the chat? Yes, I hope you can all hear me. If you can hear me, type 1 in the chat. I'd like to get your feedback. Yeah, we want to begin with this question. If you can hear me, type 1 in the chat. I'd like to hear from you people. I will like to hear from you. Let me know if you can hear me. I want to know if you can hear me. Yes, is anybody going to tell us if you can hear me? Anybody here? Okay, let me just wait a few minutes. I'll just wait a few minutes. Okay. You are welcome. You are welcome. We're about to get started. We're about to get started. I need you to like the live stream. I need you to like the live stream as we wait for other people to join us. If you're on the live stream, type 1 in the chat. If you're on the live stream, type 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, type 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, type 1 in the chat. Okay, let's begin. Good to have you all here. If you have not liked the live stream, excuse me, please make sure you do so. So I want us to solve this question on the board. It says, the angle of depression of a boat from the midpoint of a vertical cliff. See, take note of this word, from, where is it? From the midpoint of a vertical cliff is what? 35 degrees. So let us draw the cliff. So this is our cliff. But they said the angle of depression from the midpoint of a vertical cliff is what? 35 degrees. So let's say this is the midpoint. Let's say this here is the midpoint. Okay? If that is the midpoint and I decide to, okay, let's go over it again. The angle of depression of a boat. So there's a boat here. This is the boat, and I'm going to draw the horizontal here and do the same thing here like this. Okay, let's do it like this. So they said the angle of depression, I told you the angle of depression is between the horizontal and the line of sight. The line of sight is going downward because they said depression. So there's somebody on the cliff. Okay, no, hold on a bit. We must not get confused. They said from the midpoint. So that's why I even marked here the middle of this cliff. So from the midpoint. So let me just draw the horizontal, and then draw the line of sight. So from the midpoint down to where the boat is, that is going to be the line of sight. You see that? They say the angle of depression is what? 35 degrees. So this here is 35 degrees. Excuse me. So we have gotten the angle of depression. Now they said calculate the height of the cliff. See, the height of the cliff is going to be from, let's call this A, B, C. I can call this M, right? I call this D. If you like, call this E, but what we need is just this side here. So we want to get the height of the cliff, which means from A to B. That's going to be the height of the cliff. But the triangle concerned or involved is just this one here. And it doesn't get to A. It stops here because this is to the midpoint of the cliff. Are you following? Yeah, to the midpoint of the cliff. So what we need to do now is to get BM. If I get BM, it will be easy to get AB. Just multiply by 2 because this is the midpoint, the middle, the center. All right? Now, there's something else that was given. If the boat is 120 meters from the foot of the cliff, this is the foot of the cliff, and this is where the boat is. They said the distance between them is what? 120 meters. So this is 120 meters. Good. I told you this angle here and this angle, they are called what? Alternate angles. We have two parallel lines and then a transversal. So this is, if this is 35 degrees, then this is also what? 35 degrees. Because alternate angles are equal. I hope you're following me. Yes, I hope you're all with me. Very good. Very lovely. So let's get MB. If this is the angle, the side facing it is the opposite. And then this is a hypotenuse is facing the right angle. And then this is what? Adjacent. Are you with me? So I need to get BM or MB, which is the opposite side, and I have the adjacent. I'm going to use opposite and what? Adjacent, which is tan, because sine is from SOCA 12. I've written this countless times, but I'm still going to do that for those of you who are still joining us for the first time. Are you with me? So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. We're not using that because there's nothing for hypotenuse. Same with this, adjacent over hypotenuse. We're not using this. So we are going to use what? Tan, opposite over adjacent. So it's going to be tan theta. What's the theta? 35 degrees is equal to opposite. We can say MB, if you like, or give it another letter, over what? Over adjacent, which is 120. Then I'll just cross multiply. Let's just mark this like this. So MB, side MB will be equal to what? Tan 35 degrees times 120 meters. And MB will be equal to what? Tan 35. What is tan 35? Categorical, welcome. Good to have you again. So that will be tan 35. I hope this live stream is better. 0.7002 times 120. So let me just finish it here. MB will be equal to what? Let's multiply. So 0.7002, hold on a minute, 2 times 120. This should be equal to what? 84.024. But they told us to find the what? They said we should find the height of the cliff. So the height of the cliff is not just MB, it is what? AB. And this side is equal to this side. So we multiply by 2. So the height of the cliff, AB, will be equal to what? 2 times what? 84.024. Which will be what? I'll just use a calculator. So multiply that by 2. That will be what? 168.048. So this is, which unit is this? Is it meters? So if you want to round it up to one decimal point or to one decimal place or to a whole number, you have what? 168 meters. So this is going to be the answer. I hope this is clear, people. I hope this is clear. Any question? Categorical. Okay, good to have you here. Welcome on board. Well, good to have you here. Welcome on board. Any question? This is what the answer I got. So just like we're told, the midpoint of a vertical cliff. So that's where I marked or I labeled B. Sorry, M. Yeah, that's the midpoint, the middle of the cliff. And when I was able to get MB, I just multiplied by 2 because we need to get AB, which is the height of the cliff. See what I did here? 2 times this, and I got 168.048, but I approximated to a whole number, which gave me 168 meters. Or you can just say 168.04 or 05 if you want to round it up to 2 decimal places. I hope this is clear, people. I hope everything is okay. Any questions, please drop it in the chat if you have any questions. And please like the live stream. If you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so and turn on the bell notification. When I come live, you get to be aware. You can also join my WhatsApp channel, my Telegram channel. The link is on my bio. Once you click on the link on my bio, you are going to be redirected to my community. I hope everything is okay. Any questions? Please ask. If you do, I'm going to take this off and then we move on. Okay, let's keep going. Let me just take this off. Okay. Lovely. So let's keep going. Okay, so this is another question. Now, after this question, we'll be going to double triangle cases. Double triangle cases. And I'll tell you what that is as we progress. Give that a try, everybody. Give it a try. Okay. Are we all giving this a try? Are we all giving this a try, everybody? Everybody, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. It says the angle of depression of a fowl on the ground from the top of a pole. Interesting question. From the top of a, now let's say this is the pole. This is the pole. And they said the angle of depression of a foul on the ground from the top of a pole. Let's say this is where the foul is on the ground. A pretty nice foul. So let's get our line of sight, by the way. So let's say this is the line of sight. Good. That was beautifully done. And this is obviously a right angle triangle, okay? Because the pole forms right angle with the what? Horizontal. And we're told they were, yes, we have been given the angle of depression, which is what? 30 degrees. See it here, 30 degrees. So if I draw my horizontal, this is what? 30 degrees. I've seen that. Okay. If the distance from the foul to the foot of the pole is 63 meters, the foul is here, the base of the pole, the foot of the pole is here. Calculate the height of the pole and leave your answer in short form. Yes, I've helped you out to this point. Can you finish it? Oh, somebody has already gotten the answer, 21 root 3. I'm glad you left your answer in short form because that's what we're asked to do. Anyways, we're looking for h, the height of the pole. So what do we do? If this is 30 degrees, then this has to be what? 30 degrees. Like I told you before, alternate angles. See one here on this side of the transversal below the horizontal. This is on the right side of the transversal above the horizontal line. Okay, so that's how you can also know it. The angle is here. This is the opposite facing the angle. This is the hypotenuse, and this is what? Adjacent. So we're going to use tan again. Tan is so popular for questions like this. So tan 30 degrees is equal to what? Opposite, that's h over what? 63. So when you cross multiply, you have h is equal to tan 30 degrees times what? 63. Yeah, so let me just finish it here. And h is equal to, what is tan 30 degrees? You can tell me, what is tan 30? Special angle. We've done this when we're looking at the foundation or the introduction to trigonometry. Who's going to help us out? What is tan 30? Anybody? What is tan 30 degrees? Please don't miss. After this, we are going to something even more interesting. Who knows it? Drop it in the chat. What? Don't give me in decimal form. Give me in short form. Yes, anybody? What's tan 30? Anybody? What's tan 30? Okay, good. 1 over root 3. So tan 30 is 1 over root 3. All right, times what? 63. So when you do 1 times 63, you get 63 over what? Root 3. But we need, if you're leaving an answer in short form, sorry, if you can't leave your answer like this because it's not, it has an irrational term in the denominator. So I have to rationalize. What that means is I'll multiply the numerator and denominator by the denominator. So you are going to have this one, 63 root 3 over what? Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is 3, because root 9 is 3. So I have 3 here. Now you see I have rationalized. No longer irrational, but what? Rational. So 3 here is 1, 3 2, 63 is what? 21. So the answer is what? 21 root 3. Is it meters? Yes, it is meters. And this is the height of the pole. This is the height of the pole. I hope this is okay. All right, so we want to now look at even more interesting questions where you have double triangles. That is where we are going to now on angles of elevation and depression. When maybe in 2 more classes or one more class, we'll be done with this aspect of trigonometry. All right, I hope we are all good. So any questions, please drop it in the chat. Any question? I want to take this off. It's pretty easy because we have done a couple of questions like this, so you shouldn't have any trouble understanding this. But if this is the first time you are coming here, I would advise that you go check my previous videos, the previous live stream we've had so far on this topic, starting from trigonometry, the introduction to trigonometry, and then now that we are considering angles of elevation and depression. So, like I said, we're going to be considering double triangle cases. Double triangle cases. Double triangle cases. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I have a question here. An interesting question. Number one, the pilot of an aircraft, the pilot of an aircraft, 2,000 meters above the sea level, observes at an instance, observes at an instance that the angles of depression, that the angle of depression of two boats, which are in direct straight line, which are in direct straight lines, a straight line rather, are 58 degrees and 72 degrees. Find correct to the nearest meters, the distance between the two boats. Find correct to the nearest meter, the distance between the two boats. I think the distance, this is quite a long one, this is between the two boats. Wow, this is quite a lengthy one, but I've got you covered. Look at this question, everybody. What do you think about it? See how long it is. What do you think about the question? It's under double triangle cases. There are some questions that will not come easy as the ones we have done before. Okay, they will not come easy as the one we have done before. So that's why I decided to bring this as well, for you to have full mastery on angles of elevation and depression. You see, this question is not straightforward, but I'm going to teach you and guide you and show you how you can do this easily. Okay? So let's sketch it first. If you're wondering where the voice is coming from, I'm behind the scene, but I'm coming to the forefront now. So let's go, everybody. Let's do this. First of all, let's sketch the diagram. Let's do a sketch. The pilot of an aircraft 2,000 meters above the sea level observes at an instance that the angle of depression of two boats which are in direct straight line. Wait, hold on. Let's just get some things first of all. So the aircraft is 2,000 meters above, first thing, and then that the angle of a depression of two boats. See, we're talking about two boats, which are what? In direct straight line are what? See this? 58 degrees and 72 degrees. Lovely question, everybody. So let us look at this, that the pilot is here. This is the pilot, okay? And let's say this is that horizontal on the ground. Okay? And let's say the two boats are here. Let's say one boat is here. I can say boat A and this boat B. Or before that, we are giving what? Two angles of what? Depression. 58 degrees and 72 degrees. So first of all, let me just draw the horizontal and then write out the two angles of depression. The two angles of depression. So if I join this like this, that's the distance between the pilot in the sky to the sea level. So look at this. This is 58 and this is what? 72. Two angles of depression. 58 and 72. So if I say this is, let me start with the first one. This is say 58. From here to here is 58. All right. 58 degrees. And I just join it this way. But what about the other one? 72 is bigger than 58. So you cannot go and do 72 like this. No, because it is bigger than 58. So the angle would stretch beyond this 58, which is, let's say, something like this. Are you seeing that? So I can just go like this. And then I have that. You see? This right here is what? 72 degrees. So we have two angles of depression. I hope you see what I'm doing. Interesting. So this is point, let's say this is point A, where the first boat is, and this is the second boat. All right, two boats. One is here, one is here. Remember, the pilot is here looking at one boat at this point on the horizontal, on the sea level, and the other boat here. So they're asking us, find correct to the nearest meter, the distance between the two boats. Where are the two boats, A and B? So in essence, they're asking you to find the distance. Let's call this D. So the distance between A and B is what we need to find. Excuse me. But they told us that the pilot is what, 2,000 meters above. So this is 2,000 meters. 2,000 meters. I'll just say 2,000 for simplicity. Are you with me, people? So we have this. Now, what do I do to get the distance between A and B? This is what we can do. We can, let me call this is AB. Let's call this P. Let's call this B. No, sorry. I'll just call it C. You know what we can do? If I can get the distance between C and B, right? And I can get the distance between C and A, I will just subtract it. So first of all, I'll get the whole distance from B to C, the whole distance, and then get part of the complete distance. So from A to C, I will just subtract. If I subtract the two, I'm going to get AB. Because essentially, if you want to get AB, you are basically cutting off what? AC. You are cutting it out. So you are cutting AC from the whole horizontal line from B to C. So if I get BC, I get AC, I will just subtract it. That will give me what? AB. That's how I'm going to do this. And if you have questions that are related to this is also how you are going to do it. With tan function, yes, you can do that. Exactly, category part. Exactly. So like I told you, please don't forget alternate angles. So this is 58. Look at this. And this is also what? 58 degrees. Now what about this is 72? This is what? 72 as well. So we are going to work with two right angle triangles. Let's start with the one that has the angle of what? 72 degrees. Okay. So if this is the angle, this is going to be the opposite. What else? So this is what we need to find AC. So this is the adjacent side. Okay. So I'm going to say that it's still tan what? 72 degrees is equal to opposite, which is 2,000 over what? Adjacent, AC. Let's say AC. So like I will always tell you, to do this, you can just move AC. You can cross multiply, well, all right. But I can just do a quick trick or a quick move. Just move AC up here and move tan 72 down here. Excuse me. Move AC up here, move tan 72 down here. It's going to be AC is equal to what? 2,000 divided by what? Tan. But wait, instead of writing too much, let me just say, what is tan 72? What is tan 72? That's what? 3.0777 approximated. So when you divide that, 2,000 divided by 3.0777, this is 649 rather, 0.8359. 8359. So we've gotten that. Now let's quickly go get the other one. Let's get BC now, from B to C. I'm going to use a different angle, 58 degrees. Opposite, so tan 58 degrees is equal to what? 2,000 divided by what? BC. Good. So like I did here, I'll just switch, and then BC will be equal to what? 2000 over. Let's get what tan 58 is. So tan, where are you? Tan 58 is equal to 1.6003. So 2000 divided by 1.6003 will be equal to 1249.7657. 7657. So like I told BC and AC, so for me to now get AB, which is the distance between the two boats, AB will be equal to what? 649.8359. Are you with me, people? Which is what? 599.92. 599.929298. Are you seeing that? So they said correct to the nearest meter, which is to the nearest whole number, which is going to be what? Who can tell me? See, if you approximate this, see, you are going to do more than 2 approximations. When you approximate this, you add 1 here, it becomes 10. You can't write 10 here, you add again, this becomes 10. Then you also add again to this 5. So approximately to the nearest meter, you're going to have what? 600 meters would be the distance between the two boats. Okay, so that's how you do it. I hope you all got that. Yeah, Nasa, good to have you. Welcome. Good to have you. Good to have you. Any question? So this is how we have been able to solve this question. And there are questions that are similar, all right, to what I've just done. This is also the logic that you're going to apply. Okay, yeah, and there we go. Right? Any question? Please ask if you do have any question. Any question? Any question? Ask me your question if you have any question. Ask. All right, good to know. So let me take this off and we go to another question. Still on double triangle case. So we are almost done with angles of elevation and the depression. Excuse me. Okay. I have another question. This one is also another interesting one. Number 2. From a point P on a level ground, from a point P on a level ground and directly west of a pole, the angle of elevation of the top of the pole is 45 degrees, and from point Q east of the pole the angle of elevation of the top elevation of the top of the pole is 58 degrees. If PQ is 10 meters, calculate correct to two significant figures. The A, distance from P to the pole, and then B, height of the pole. All right, interesting question if you ask. Please ask your questions, and if you have not liked the like stream, kindly do so. Now, without wasting time, let's hit the ground running. From a point Q on a level ground and directly west of a pole. Where is the pole? Let's draw a pole first of all. Let's draw the pole. So let's say this is the pole. Are you seeing that? And then we have the horizontal ground. So they say a point P on the level ground is directly west. When you say west, look at the four cardinal points like this. This is north, south, west, and east. So west is towards the left. East is towards the right. Using this. So which means the pole is here. The point rather is here. Point P is here because they say west of the pole. Now, they told us that the angle of elevation, all right, of the top of the pole is what? 45 degrees. So from P to the top of the pole is 45 degrees. This is 45 degrees. Are you with me? So that is done. What about the other one? And from the point Q, east, this side, east, right side, see, right side. What's the angle of elevation? It's what? 58 degrees. This is 45. 58 degrees. So anyways, the angle is going to also determine the this. Okay? So this is going to be 58 degrees. Are you seeing that? They say if PQ, this is Q by the way, if PQ is 10 meters, so the whole of this from here to here is 10 meters. Calculate correct to two significant figures. SF is significant figure. The what? The distance from P to the pole. The distance from P to the pole. Where is the pole? Here. The pole is here. Okay? The distance from P to the pole. And then the height of the pole. I see what I'm doing. So who wants to help us out? What is going to be that? How do we get from here to here? Let's call this is PQ. Let's call this A and let's call this B. Okay? So how do we get PB? Who wants to help us? Remember, we're given 10 meters here. So what do we do to get what? PB. Anybody? Okay, let me help you out. So this 10 meters was given to us for a reason. If I decide to call this side X, say PB is X. If I call PB X, what will I call BQ? We don't know. We know what P from P to Q is 10 meters. But we want to get PB from the distance between point P to where the pole is on the ground. Okay, if this is X, what will not be BQ? Who wants to help us out? See, the height of the pole and distance from P to is equal. Are you sure it's equal? Yes, 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 yes. That's it. So it's equal on if you're using both triangles, this AB is going to be the same thing. So, but if from P to B is X, which means from B to Q will be what? 10 minus X. Let me give you an instance. So let's say you have AB. If this if from A to B, let's say is 20, by the way, and from M to B is, let's say, 13. What will that be from A to M? You will simply do 20 minus what? 13. So that's what we are going to do here. Now, since we know that BQ is 10, and we just said let PB be X. So if PB is X, which means BQ will what? 10 minus X. So yeah, I'll put 10 minus X here. That's it. The question is, but how would this help us in getting X? Let me tell you how it will help us. We have two right angle triangles. See, who can tell me what is common between these two right angle triangles? Anybody? I think somebody in the chat already told us. Donations on. Okay. Do I even know how to set that? Okay, let me check. Okay. Yes, the height of the pole. Thank you, category part. The height of the pole is common to both triangles. Okay, Drew Patil, thank you for that question. But I'm going to see how to work that out. I don't really know how that is done, but I will get to find out how to set that up. So, like I said before, we know PB is X now. BQ is what? 10 minus X. You know how I got 10 minus X? I subtracted X from 10, giving me this other side. If you want to get X, you have to find something that is common to both triangles. And that happens to be what? H. I mean, the height of the pole, which we can just say, let it be H. So the height of the pole is common to both triangles. I'm going to take this triangle and find H for this triangle. I will come to this other triangle and find H. Then I will now equate both of them. That will now give me an equation which I can solve to get the value of X. Let me see it again. So I am going to work with this triangle first and get H, look for H using all the details we have here. Once I've done, I keep it. I come to this triangle and then I find H using this same details, X45, all right? Then, because I told you that H is common to both triangles, which means we can equate the result we get when we solve them like independently or respectively. So I will just equate it, and that will give me an equation, and that will help me getting what? The value of X. So let's start from this first triangle, triangle APB. So if we are using triangle APB, is it triangle APB, and if this is the angle, this is the opposite, right? This is adjacent because this is hypotenuse. So we are still going to use opposite and what? Adjacent. So tan 45 degrees is equal to what? Opposite, which is H, over what? Over X, which is the adjacent side. And what is tan 45? For those of you who are familiar with special angles, 45 is a special angle. Tan 45 is 1. So that 1 is equal to H over X. When you cross multiply, you will see that, sorry, tan 45 is 1, yes. So which means H is equal to, if you cross multiply, H is equal to what? X. I hope this is okay. Anybody? Yes? Any question here? Thank you. So that's 1, right? Yeah. So we're done with that. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Let's come to the second triangle. So triangle what now? Triangle ABQ. Triangle ABQ. This is the angle, this is the opposite, This is going to be what? The adjacent. So we're still using tan. That will be what? Tan. What's the angle? 58 degrees is equal to what? Opposite h over what? H over the adjacent 10 minus x. Are you seeing that? So we can write over 1 here and cross multiply. 1 times h is h, and that is equal to what? Tan 58 degrees bracket 10 minus x. So let's go get what tan 58 degrees is. I think I can just finish it here. Hope I have enough space. So let's just manage the space here. So h here is equal to what? Tan 58. I'll just go right in and tap it there. Tan 58 is what? 1.6003 bracket 10 minus x. Are you there? So h is equal to 10 times this is 1.6. I just move the decimal point forward one time, okay, because I'm multiplying by 10. So this time, this is what? 1.6003x. Okay. So like I told you, everybody, like I told you, I said if h is x here, and this h is also this, h similar, just equate the both of them. So equate x to this one here. I hope that makes sense. Because h is x here, and h is 16.003 minus 1.6003x. Take this, equate it to x. It will help us in getting what? The value of x. So it means, therefore, that x is equal to what? This x is equal to what? 16.003 minus 1.6003x. So let's move this to the left-hand side. You're going to add to it. So you're having x plus 1.6003x is equal to 16.003. So let's add and let's see what that gives us. So 1.6003 plus, the coefficient of x here is 1. So I'm adding the coefficient of x. Oh, what am I doing? I don't even need to press it on the calculator. That would be 2.6003x is equal to 16.003. So x now is equal to, you divide both sides by what? By the coefficient of x, which is going to be this divided by 2.6003. So let's divide. Let us divide. That's 16.003 divided by 2.6003, which is 6.1543. 6.1543. That's x. Or what they ask us to find? The distance from P to the pole, which is what we just found. 6.1543. But I can just approximate that the height of the pole, x, sorry, not the height of the pole, the distance from P to the base of the pole on the ground will be equal to what? Approximately, is there any word like that? Approximated to what? 16, sorry, not 16, 6.15. I think it's meter. Yeah, h is equal to x, see here. So which means h2b. So the height is also, since h is equal to x, and since x is this, so the height of the pole is also, oh, they said to 2 significant. Any question? Please ask if you have any question. Yeah, try to see if it's going to work. Set it up, okay? But if you can do it, you can give it a try as well. Please ask. And if you have not liked the live stream, kindly do so. Thank you. So don't mind that this thing is what the distance between the point P to where the pole is on the horizontal ground. And from there, we ask to find the height of the pole. And the height of the pole is equal to x. So we just say, why not? The height is also what? 6.2 meters, because that is what we got here. So that's it. I hope this is clear. Any question, please ask before I move on. Any question? Our next class is we're going to end this topic, angles of elevation and depression. Yes. So after this class, there'll be one more on this aspect of trigonometry, focus, bearing and distance. If you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so. Tap on the bell notification, and then you will be notified anytime I come live. And you can join my community. The link is on my bio. Okay? Lovely. Geometry. So we have this right angle triangle. Try this one out first before I do. Get ready, get ready, get ready. This is 60 degrees, 4 centimeters above the angles from Q and R are 60 degrees and 45 degrees respectively to 4 meters. Is it 4? Sorry, this is meters. That's a mistake on their part. If PS is 4 meters, find the length of RQ. Find the length So everybody, give this a try. You should be able, if you were here when I did number one and number two. Excuse me. If you were here when I did number one and number two, this is going to be very easy for you. So everybody, give that a try. Give this a try, everybody. So in the figure above, the angles of depression from Q and R, Q here, R here, respectively. If PS is 4 meters, that's from P to S is 4 meters, find the length of RQ. Where is that? RQ. So from here to here. I think this is similar to the first one we did, the first question under this. Yes, it is similar. So if you want to give this a try, please type 1 in the comment. Type 1 in the chat. If you want to try it already, type 1. If you want me to do it, type 2. I'm waiting for you. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Just a minute. So keep doing it. I'll be back shortly. Just keep doing it. Okay, people, I hope it's going very well. How's it going? Hope you're having fun doing it. I hope we're all having fun doing this. Okay, Kathagopinath. How's it going? Okay, people, I hope it's good. Okay, if you have any question, please ask me. Okay. If you have any question, kindly ask me. Kindly ask me. All right. Are you almost done? So if you are just joining this live stream, we are talking about angles of elevation and depression. And we've done quite some examples on it. So I gave this question. If you are on the live stream and you know you can do this, why not join us on this challenge? Try this out. We ask to find RQ from this point to this point. That's what you need to find, okay? This point here, RQ. Let me just highlight it for you. So we're all looking for this one here, okay? So how would you do this? If you are good with angles of elevation and depression, why not give this a try? So those on the live stream are already doing it, and I think I have answers already in the chat. Somebody said, Kathagopin had said is 1.4, and then it said 1.9. So which one should I pick? Is it 1.4 or 1.9? Which one am I going to pick? Tell me, which am I going to pick? Round to one decimal place. Okay, to one decimal place. Yes. Let's just round it up to one decimal place. It's fine rounding it up to one decimal place, okay? Another person? I think I should just give this a try now. Now, first thing you want to do is to find RS. That's the whole distance. Once I get the whole distance, I'm going to use triangle RSP to get distance from R to S. Yes, I'll just act as if this line inside the triangle, inside this big triangle, does not exist. So I'm going to deal with triangle RSP. I'll get of side from R to S. Get RQ. I will simply do RS minus what? QS. Because they are both sides of the respective right angle triangle. So it's easy to use the right angle triangle to get the sides. So I'll get RS, then minus what? Q. It's as if you are cutting away QS from RS to get what? RQ. So once you do this, you're going to get RQ, which is what we asked to find, RQ. So quickly, let's start with the first. Any of the triangles would find would be okay. So let's say from triangle RSP. So from triangle RSP. If you're using this triangle RSP, you must use this angle because this is where you can't use 60 now, right? You have to use this one here. So quickly, this is the angle, then this is the opposite. Okay? And then RS is the adjacent. So from here to here. You see that now? So that's tan, opposite and what? Adjacent. So tan 45 degrees is equal to opposite, which is 4 over what? RS. So like I will always tell you, once you cross multiply, bring this RS up here. So RS is equal to what? 4 over what? Excuse me, 4 over tan 45 degrees. So what is tan 45 degrees? It's 1. So from R to S is what? 4 meters. Any question? I hope that's okay. Okay. Let me just say from triangle. Or why am I doing that? I can just use the whole. Let me just use from here now. So from here, let's join it. We know how to carve out space. So from triangle what? QSP. This is the angle 60 degrees what adjacent. So I want to get QS. I want to get QS. So that's opposite over what? Adjacent. So that will be tan 60 degrees is equal to 4 over what? Again, just move this on top here. Move tan 60 down. So QS is equal to what? 4 over tan 60 degrees. So QS is equal to what? 4 over what's that? Tan 60 is what? Oh, sorry, don't mind me. It's tan 3. But wait, we were asked to leave it in short form. Finally, we were not asked to leave it in short form. Okay. So that's root 3. And if you rationalize, you're going to have what? 4 root 3 over 3. Are you seeing that? So we now have QS as 4 root 3 over 3, while we have RS as what? 4. Are you with me? So for me to get RQ, which is what I'm looking for, so RQ will be equal to it will be equal to RS. Let me just write it here. RS minus what? QS. Remember, we are cutting QS away from RS to get RQ. So what is RS? 4 minus what's QS? 4 root 3 over 3. Well, if you want, you know what's going to happen? Let us leave our answer. Let us just leave our answer in decimal. So 4 root 3 divided by 3. Let me leave my answer in decimal. So 2.3094. So that's 4 minus 2.3094, which is 1.6906. Why did you said 1.6? But you said 1.7 or 1.6. Which one should we go with? So approximately, you were right with the first one you did. Why did you? So one decimal place. See, 1.6906. Normally, your approximation is supposed to be from here to here, right? But after this 6, you have what? There's no dot here. I'm just trying to extend it just to show you when I'm trying to leave and take the rest out. This is 9. We take 1 from 9 because if it is 5 or above it, you have to round up. So we're adding 1 to 6, which will be what? 1.7. So 1.7 meters is going to be the distance from R to Q. Did you get that? So that's it. This has been done to 1 decimal place. I'll just write it. So in bracket to 1 dp. And dp stands for decimal place. Any questions? So we are going to stop right here. And I told you that this is going to be, I'll have one more class on angles of elevation and depression. After that, I'll be done with this aspect. Then we'll now go to bearing and distance. So if you're on the live stream, you have not subscribed, make sure you do so. Turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified when I come live. And if you want, wait, before this, I told 1.9, which was wrong. Oh, yes. I see it now. So if you want one-on-one lessons, of course, it's not free. If it is one-on-one, my special group class, there's a link on my bio. Just click on the link. You can send me a message on WhatsApp directly, and I will attend to you. Okay. If any exam you are preparing for, you can always reach out to me and I will be here to support you. Then I'll be coming live again. So I'm going to also say this. I teach algebra on my other YouTube channel. It's Math with Gpad. That's my other YouTube channel. So if you want to go learn algebra, go to the other, just type Math with Gpad. You know this is Gpad Learn Math. So go type Math with Gpad. It will take you to the other channel that I have. And then you go watch the live replay. It's on the playlist for the live replay. Excuse me. So that's it. Any question before I move on? So the answer is 1.7 meters, by the way. If you round off to 1 decimal place, you're going to get 1.7 meters. Is that okay? Any question? Any question? I have to go. I'll see you guys later. So, Kekadagoni part, I hope this is okay. This live stream does not have those. The experience I had yesterday wasn't funny at all. So I had to go use this app. As you can see, it's just down there. Anyways, this is where we are going to draw the curtain. In the next class, we will round up this aspect of trigonometry, angles of elevation, and depression. Like I said, the next one would be bearing and distance. Please do not miss that lecture series on bearing and distance. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be really, really impactful. Okay, guys. Yes, so the reason is I was using the YouTube app directly. Actually, when I started streaming, I was actually using the YouTube app directly, and I did not used to have those experience. But in recent times, I started having that experience of the blurry nature of the live stream. So I had to go test a third-party app, which now solved the problem. So I'll keep using this third-party app until I'm able to get something even better than this. All right, guys. See you all later. Bye-bye.